Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, sports fans all over the world, it's time to get interactive with running back and all-around cool cat, Trent Richardson. Pull out your phones and turn your laptops on. It's time to start the show. Your hosts, Phil Quigley and Trent Richardson.
Hey, welcome in. This is Interactive with Trent Richardson. We're always here at Sleek Sports Bar, 5 Points South, right here on 20th Street South. Come on down. You are going to have a great time. Without further ado, you know this man to my right. He's Mr. TR3. He's Trent Richardson, and I'm his dog.
Thank you, Phil, man. You know, I appreciate everybody for coming out, man. I appreciate you for what you do for us, man. And I appreciate the Lions in Birmingham, man. And today is a special day for me because I have my family in the house.
You sure do. Let's give it up.
And so I can't wait to get this show started, man.
Well, you know what? We're going to do it right now. Also, too, I got to mention, not only by Sleek Sports Bar, but we're also sponsored by TR3. Trent, talk a little bit about TR3 because it's close to you.
Man, TR3 is, you know, that's the brand, that's the movement. For me, man, it's more, you know, community work, and it shows the other side of me, shows the other side of my team, because a lot of people just think it's, you know, me behind the scene. My team does so much with pushing me, you know, pushing the brand, and you know, we do clothing, we do high school, little league, we do pro uniforms, and we make it to where, you know, you don't have to go buy $120, you know, Nike jersey. You can do a whole uniform for $120.
That's it. Now, Trent, I got to. We got some nice, as you can see, nice Birmingham Iron gear. I know that's what the kids call it, gear.
Sir.
I know I'm a little bit older. But I tell you, I'm gonna swag. That's right. I'm gonna go ahead and put my hat on. Nobody laugh at me when I put this bit on. Well, my head's a little bit big there, Trent. I knew you would laugh. Let's put the swag on, and they call it what now?
When you get it.
Well, I'm having trouble here. Hey, will somebody fix my hat for me? Oh man, there's my man right there. Thank you. But I tell you one thing, you know, I was talking to, I know it's a new title. We're going to have him on the show here in a minute, but I was talking with Mr. Roberson. He's probably going to get mad at me for calling him Mr. How about James? Former quarterback for Homewood High School and also A&M. But we were talking about the support and of the Birmingham Iron. Trent, I mean, you're out there on the field. I know we've had some bad weather. But, man, I tell you, they are behind the Iron. This city and the surrounding area is behind the Iron.
Man, you know, a lot of that got to do with, you know, just, you know, what our team do, you know, off the field. You know, a lot of the marketing and stuff, man, you know, I think we have the best team in the Lions when it comes to pushing, you know, Birmingham.
Right.
But a lot behind the scenes, man, you got Jay Roberson, and you know, he's doing a great job, man. And our whole marketing staff does a great job with, you know, getting everybody out there. I mean, they come in on rainy days, stormy, windy, cold. It don't matter, man. They out there and they support. Man. Right. We even got tailgating. Man, we got a, you know.
Oh, I know, tailgating. Zone, man, that's right. That's wonderful.
It's been fun, man. So it's amazing, you know, how Birmingham is treating us.
And, you know, and that's something that I want the kids that are watching right now, because, Trent, you're so much more than just a football player. You know, it's about life. It's about the youth and, you know, the role model. Because let's face it, we're role models. And when you play ball, you know, you're young still, but, you know, growing up as a youth playing in Pensacola, I know you had your role models. We talked about you had Mr. Derek Brooks there in town, and what a great role model he is still. Yeah. But what would you say right now to these youth? Because I love it. When I see you at the end of the game, when I come out of the press box when everybody else is getting wet, and come on to the field. But I watch you. After you say your, you know, congratulatories with the team and with the opposing team, you're over there with all these youth and all these fans at the TR3 zone, and it's just amazing. You high five each and every one of them.
Yeah. Man, that's a big thing for me because you never know who you can touch or who you can open their minds up to just by being able to shake their hand or take a picture with them. And one thing about it, rain, no rain, cold or windy, them fans are out there. They after the game, win, lose or draw. They're there and they're supporting us. So I feel like I got to take it upon my shoulder. Even just for our whole team. Some of them might be down, or some of them might not be up to it. But I want them to know that it's nothing personal, and we are out there trying to put on a great show for y'all because y'all they have been behind us. So I spend as much time I can with our fans, man, especially with the youth, man, because the youth is always going to be the future.
Well, that's what it's about. It's about the youth, the fans, and it's just amazing. So I tell you what, in the house here, let's give it up for the Birmingham Iron and the fans. And I need my hat. Thanks, sir.
Let me see your drill.
You might put my lid on? Is that what they say?
Let me see your sweat. Oh.
Huh? How what do we think here, huh? Not bad, huh?
I see. That's their spat. That's what they call it, spat.
It's still kind of, I must have a big head because it's still tight, but that's okay. We're going to wear it. Well, Trent, let's go ahead and we had a big ball game, a big W, a big win. You guys flew out to San Diego.
Yes.
You got there a day before, right?
Yes, sir.
Walk us through before we get into the game. What takes place for the fans that don't know when you guys are on the road? What takes place? What do you guys do when you get to you go through walkthroughs? Do you have meetings? What's your day like before the game?
Well, I know the day before the game we do like a hat practice. We call it a hat practice, which is really like a mental practice,
right?
Where we just walk through everything, because Mondays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays for us are the work days. Those are the laboratory days, and that's when we put our game plan together. By Thursday and Friday, that's fast Thursday, fast Friday. It depends if we plan on Saturday or Sunday, but that's the cleanup days. And the day before the game is when you're supposed to know everything. If you don't know your game plan by then, you might as well stay home. And so for us, man, traveling like that, we had to travel way to California, so it's gonna be a time zone difference.
That's right.
We got to get our we had our meetings before, and we had our hat practice. Then we left here. I want to say we left Legion Field around about 1 o'clock.
Okay.
And we got there around about 5, and from there we had a little free time. But it's right back into meetings for us. We're mentally prepared on everything, and before the game, because you got to know.
Now, Trent, you're one of the most laid back guys I know. I mean, you just love being around you. What is that focus like for Trent Richardson? I've seen you play high school. I've seen you play college. What mentally goes through your mind when you're when you get prepared? The game. I mean, there's got to be a clock that's in your head.
Well, a lot of people don't know how to turn it on and off. For me, I just really, just try to stay mellow and I really think about my family. And I think about, well, if I'm not doing this or if I'm not on time, time is everything.
Right.
Time you can be on time to meetings or be on time to the hitting the right hole, hitting it fast enough, or be on time blocking, whatever it is. But my mindset going in is to be laid back and make sure I do anything I can to make sure I win that play, for our team,
right.
No matter what, if it's a pass block, no matter if I'm being a decoy, whatever it is, I got to make sure that everybody knows where I'm at on the field, because I need to be, a playmaker at the end of the day. That's what, that's what you strive for. So my mindset just go in, it's just like, hey, next play. It's always the next play. Don't wherever just happened. And that's why my celebration is what it is. I don't do all the dance. My kids get on me about that. They want me to make a new celebration. I've been trying to get them to give me some ideas and stuff. So we've been practicing. But
are we going to see a new celebration? I mean, I love how you do it. I'm always ready for it when you score because you're going to score. There's no doubt in my mind. Well,
you know what, man? If I'm blessed enough to get in that end zone, man, and the way we've been playing, man, last game, it really showed me a lot about our team. Because that's one thing we try to do. We try to start fast and make sure that we play every play like it's the fourth quarter and it's 4th and 1 or 4th and inches. And it really means something to us. And so with how we played last week, man, I think it's a good chance I'm gonna get in the end zone this week.
There's no doubt you are. Let's go ahead and jump into this game. As you said, you played out the San Diego Fleet, big win. Mike Martz, Coach Martz, we know him. He's been in the NFL. He, like a lot of these teams that you're going to face, I mean, these are some big coaches out here in this league. This is a wonderful league, the AF, wonderful league, great coaches. So that it's going to be a ball game. There's going to be a fight. Obviously, the Fleet start off there again. This iron defense. That's why I love the name the Iron, because the defense is iron, wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah, most definitely, man. Our defense, they just don't bend. You can't bend iron.
Right.
And you got guys like that, man, that if you go 3 and out, or
Mm-hmm.
if you get a turnover, you can suspect your defense is going to,
Mm-hmm.
hold you back, hold you down. They ain't got our back. And a little bit last week, they had some big, explosive plays on defense, and from point A,
Mm-hmm.
I had already told the offense, I said, we got to win this ball game today. We got to back up we got to back our defense up. They're trying to spread them around. They're going to do some trickery stuff that,
Mm-hmm.
that we ain't never seen. But, at the end of the day, they get paid too, just like we get paid.
That's right.
So, who's going to make the better plays? And so when it came down to it, man, we just had to, stick together. And our defense, man, they so strong.
Mm-hmm.
Like, our big thing was last week, we need to stop the run.
Mm-hmm.
And they did. I think they held them to 64 yards
sure
or 54 yards, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I just can't. I can't be more proud than what our defense and what they're doing, man.
We've had some of them in here. From the defensive backs to Massaquoi. So many great. There's so many. That we can't mention all the names, but obviously they have to punt. So it's time for TR3 now. I'm thinking, okay. You take off. I mean, it's that strength that you give. And whether you're running the ball, Trent, up the middle, up the gut, or whether you're coming out of the backfield and taking what I call the old safety valve type of pass, where you're flanking around, and you've been open. What I love too, Trent, and I know the fans watch this too. Not only do you get open, but you lay that first or second block. You give, of course, now, I've got to mention this. Keith Price started the game.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get that in a minute, because he pretty well got his bell rung, didn't he, on a play? We'll get to that in a minute, where he really took a shot. But that's one thing about you, Trent. You lay that block, you set it up, and then you get open.
Mm-hmm. See, and one thing about it, man, is always about being able. When you're catching the ball, it's always protection first.
Mm-hmm.
You can't catch no balls, or no balls can't get thrown if the quarterback don't have a pocket, or if it's not a clean pocket,
right?
And if he's getting chased around. So no matter what it is, if I'm helping out somebody, or if I can just get, we call it in our room, get in the fight.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm always stepping up and trying to find some work.
Right.
And, the more I do that, the more, it's easier on the offensive line, because if I come down and chip somebody or hit them dead in their mouth, they're always looking for me when I come through the line of scrimmage. So they got to slow down a little bit,
Right.
They got to look for that, rib shot, because I'm trying to throw my whole body into them. And and then when I, get out and finally catch the ball, I'm still trying to lay the first lick. I'm not trying to, be the person that's getting hit all the time. I'm trying to lay the lick.
Well, you guys get on down. It was about a 50-some-odd yard field goal try. And Novak usually, I mean, he's usually money. This guy played in the NFL for about 9 or so years. 10 years.
10.
So that he is, I mean, I love watching this guy kick.
Yeah.
I mean, we're fortunate to have him on our team. Just so happens it was a little wide right.
Mm-hmm.
It happens.
But one thing it was out there, it was real windy.
Okay.
And couldn't nobody really tell, how
you
windy
couldn't see
it was.
that on TV.
It was real windy. But Novak, man, at the end of the day, he got ice in his veins. At the end of the game, what he did, man, was, I done seen him do that kick maybe 5,000 times. He played out there in San Diego for the
Chargers. Novak. That's right. I mean, this was a field he played on, right?
Yeah, man. So, he know that field like the back of his hand, So it was, I knew at the end of the game, I knew he was going to make it.
All right. So, obviously, the Fleet get the ball. The Fleet then, they get a field goal. But now here's what I love. So it's 3-0 Fleet. Now it's time again, set up for the iron. And Trent, the next couple plays went through, and Trent, you take it in on a out of the backfield as a 14-yard pass play. You powered your way in, and this was your 9th touchdown. And we're not through there, but this was your 9th and the league-leading touchdown still.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that play was so funny, man, because it was set up for everybody just cleared everything out, and they set me up one-on-one with the linebacker. And so, watching film on him the whole time, if I knew if I can, beat him to the spot, because he was kind of having trouble with switching directions when I was watching film on him. But he was a great player, man, great linebacker. But once I got past him, I knew, once I got into the secondary, I was just gonna have to make a couple people miss.
Right.
They kept going for my leg. Oh, there we go.
You know what? Wait a minute. We got to stop right here. we are talking about the game, but we are here at Sleek Sports Bar right here in 5 Points South. Trent always gets these. I'll tell you, these wings are some of the best I've ever put in my mouth. But he gets the 18-piece. Go ahead and explain it, Trent.
Man,
because last week they were. I was afraid you weren't going to get your wings.
Hey, you know what, man? One thing I can do, I can count on sleep, man, for these wings, man.
You knew they were going to come.
I knew they were going to come. It wasn't no problem.
What type do you get?
Lemon pepper wings every time.
Lemon pepper wings, right here at Sleek Sports Bar. Great venue. I can't think of a better place right now. We've got, for you can't make those trips, come out and watch the Birmingham Iron right here at Sleek. Got basketball tournament going on right now too, but hey, we are talking about the AAF. Mm-hmm. What a great league. We're fortunate to have it, but back to this. Trent, you got your 9th touchdown. Take the lead 6-3. We're going to fast forward a little bit because we got to get to our guest here. Then we take another 12-3 lead. But Trent, go ahead and tell me, you made the end zone again for your 10th and league leading touchdown.
Well, going back to that 9th one, man, because I actually got to watch the film on it.
Yeah.
And dude tried to come hit me, the safety. He came down. I don't know if he's a safety or corner. He came down and he kind of flew like 3 or 4 feet in the air. And people kept, telling him like, man, did you see, what the dude? I was like, man, what are y'all talking about? I'm just thinking, I ran him over or something,
right.
Regular. But he bounced like literally 2 to 3 yards in the air. And it was funny because after I got in the end zone, he came up to me and said, I tried, didn't I? And so, it was one of them things like, well, you did try. But, it's funny, man, because, even my tight end coach came up to me, man. He was like, man, you got a whole nother mindset when we get in the red zone. And,
See, now this is when I love to watch you. When you're in the red zone and he's right. Now you take it from here.
Man, just that red zone is just like, we done came this far. Why can't we get an end zone? If it's me, whoever it is, if I'm laying a block, but if I got that ball in my hand, I'm doing whatever it takes. Like, I'm running you over, I'm getting past you some type of way to get in.
You want that goal line, don't you?
I want it every time.
I love it. That's why I love watching you play. And as I said, I've been watching you for a long time, and I know you're going to get in that end zone. And to me, that's what it's about. But anyway, so you guys get a big win.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're moving on to the next game coming up this week. But what was it, 32-29?
Mm-hmm.
Heck of a game. It's always great to come home and see your fans. 4-2.
Yes, sir.
And you know what the best thing was about last week?
What's that?
Orlando went down.
That that was funny and crazy at the same time because the stuff that we didn't capitalize on, Arizona did what they had to do.
That's right. Arizona did what they had to do.
The same exact plays that we ran, watching film on them, same exact plays that we ran that we missed opportunities on. They took
advantage of the film and watched this. And
any pro league, especially in football, is a copycat league.
Okay.
And you watch Atlanta play now. If I've been watching Atlanta play because I know we got them coming up, they run the same offense we run. And so, one thing about it, man, when we run the ball, we're kind of like, I don't care what you line up in, we're gonna run what we're gonna run. Like we run this power play every time, and they know it's coming at them. And that be the joy of it because y'all know y'all know it's coming at you, and
that's
you can't
right.
stop it. And that brings much joy to me because it's like, hey, I'm fit to hit you. And so and if you hit me one time, you're gonna have to hit me for 4 whole quarters. So you're gonna have to come with that fight every time.
Well, 32-29, big win. Obviously, Orlando went down. We've explained to you how the playoffs work. Now, hey, before we get into this game, did I see where the championship game has moved from Vegas to Dallas?
Yeah, they moved the game to Frisco.
Oh, is it okay?
Sometime in Dallas, but it's gonna be played at the Dallas stadium. And
can't think of a better venue than to play there.
The Ford Stadium.
Star.
My bad. The Star.
Okay.
And Jerry Jones has been behind this lead a lot too, man. He's doing a lot with this lead too. So, we see why we moved it that way.
Hey, obviously, good reason.
Oh yeah.
When Jerry Jones speaks, it's a good way. We got a minute left before we get to our guest. Really quick, we've got Memphis coming up, coached by Mike Singletary. New news about Memphis.
Oh yeah, some great news for them, man. But for a lot of teams, it's gonna be a lot of trouble.
Now, Trent, did you face him at A&M? Were you at Bama?
No, I actually came back for the game though. I was in.
You were already
Cleveland.
graduated.
Yeah, I was in Cleveland at the time. I came back for the game, and I actually almost didn't come back for no more games because that's the game that he fumbled the ball, twirled around.
That's right.
Threw it behind his back, and all this other stuff. And I mean, he made some amazing.
We're talking
plays,
about Johnny
man.
Manziel, Johnny
The one and
Football.
only
He's
Johnny
at
Football,
Memphis.
man.
So I mean, you guys are going to get prepared for this. It's going to be some. I mean, it's going to be totally different from the last time you faced Memphis.
Well, it's going to be different as far as the defense.
Right.
They got to
Well,
be able to put some
and not for
quarterback.
you on the offense, obviously, but for the defense, because this guy can get outside.
Yeah, he
without
can
a
get
doubt.
outside.
He exposes the peripheral.
And one thing about Johnny, man, I have learned about him, and it's more like Keith Price too. They use their feet to pass the ball, not to throw the ball. They to pass the ball to get the dude wide open and be able to place the ball in there, where he can make something happen.
All right, Trent, it's time to get to our next segment. This is what I really enjoy. It's the stories. It's not only the guests that we have on, it's their story and their journey. And I mean, to me, Trent, we all have a story. We all have a journey, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We all do, man. And whether it was, good, bad, great, awesome, whatever it was, we all go through something.
That's right. Yeah, no doubt.
And for me, for my story, man, my story brings me so much joy because everything I done, endured and went through and, and then grew from is made me be a complete man and a father and a family man and a loving, person. And shouts out to my mom too and my grandma. My mom's actually here tonight. And,
I even see your nephew here too.
Yeah, my nephew's here too.
I remember him.
So it's amazing.
I am, and there's Mom. I am an official member. I got to take a picture down when we were down there in Orange Beach. Hey, Orange Beach, when we were down there at Tacky Jackson headquarters.
I'm sorry, my fiance. I ain't see.
Well, yeah,
sorry.
we're Amber.
Hey.
Amber. There she is. That smile.
Auntie over there. Everybody's here.
But your dog got to take a picture with the family. So I'm officially a part of the family. Sorry, Brandon. But I'm officially part of the family.
And I think we talked about this on the first show. We took a picture. We was at.
You're gonna like this, James.
We was at
we're at the Tacky Jacks. Yeah.
We took a picture, and it's dark, and so of course we put the flash on. But the only person who didn't need the flash was Phil because he inserted himself some way and tight. And it was just like,
well, I like what you said about your nephew. You said, hey, Phil, put that flash on because he's darker than me. I said, we get a two flash, then you won't see me. But anyway, I love your family. I'm so glad they're here. But let's go ahead, Trent. Let's get to our first guest.
Yes, sir, man. We're gonna bring up Mr. Jay Roberson, man, city council.
Let's give it up.
Council. He's working with the iron now, man, and he's doing a great thing with our marketing, man, and our media, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. We actually just built a house together. Look, last weekend. Yeah, we did. Yeah, I did all the work.
Trent, I have no doubt.
Man,
you were
on back still hurt, man. I did all this work.
Trent, a little background. We started talking, and we have a lot of the same friends. And when I was living over in Mississippi, from Coach Reed, who was the athletic director at Jackson State and FAMU, to Coach Reed. I mean, to help me out here, Coach
Charles Gordon.
Yeah, that's right, Coach Gordon, and he's a legend. He was a legend at Tennessee State. But former quarterback at Homewood, quarterback. You were at Middle Tennessee
State
and Alabama A&M.
Yep.
And Trent, I'll tell you, the SWAC, what a conference. Some of the players that have come out of there. Okay, hey, let's do a little trivia before we start getting with James's journey. I was over here talking. I got to meet. Let's see if Trent knows. All World and Satellite.
Mm-hmm.
All World and Satellite.
All World and Satellite.
That's two players. That was their nickname. All World and Satellite. It was I'll tell you this. It was a quarterback and a wide receiver. Played at Mississippi Valley State.
Mississippi Valley State, was it Jared? No, it wasn't
Jerry Rice.
Jared Rice.
Yep.
And the quarterback threw for 6,000 yards.
Ooh.
Houghton. Willie Totten.
Willie Totten.
Yep.
Houghton Totten.
There you go.
Who played there? Somebody else played there too.
In Mississippi Valley State?
Yeah. Running back. No, he played in that conference.
Walter Payton.
Yeah, Jackson.
Yeah.
Well, and how
Jackson
about his
State.
brother? A lot of people forget about his brother.
Yeah.
Eddie
Payton.
Steve McNair. But anyway,
Steve McNair.
Yeah.
Man, I got to host his son when he came on a visit to Alabama, man.
And it's a sad story because and it's a great family, but Steve was our when he came off the Super Bowl, he was our professional athlete of the year.
Man, and that was right after he passed, and so his son showed up. I was like, man, why is he here right now? You know, his son, you know, his dad just passed, but you know, he came out there and showed out at Alabama, man. And I was surprised he didn't come that way.
Well, I tell you, he's a good one. Well, let's get to well, I guess I could call you coach. We can call you
Man,
sir. We
Jay
could call
do
you city
everything, man.
councilman, and he's been everything.
You know, people don't realize how, you know, smooth Jay is, man. And Jay was a quarterback back in the day, man. So a lot of people don't know he got that arm too.
Well, I'm glad to be on the show with Phil and TR, 3. I'm just glad to be in good company tonight, and thank you for the opportunity to be on TR3 Interactive. It's just truly a pleasure to be here, and I'm just proud of this young man. He's having a great career with the Birmingham Iron, and we've talked in depth personally, and to see him grow and mature as a man he is, a family man, and competing, leading the Alliance of American Football in touchdowns right now.
10 touchdowns.
When you get to the red zone, he smells the end zone, and that's when you see 33, Trent Richardson, scoring for our team. So I'm just grateful for the opportunity to be on the show today.
Man, you know, and it's big to hear Jay say that, man, because Jay's been a mentor to me since I was about 18. I've been knowing Jay over 10 years. So it's definitely been a pleasure for me to have him, with us, and being able to, navigate me still on, stuff that we use every day. Even fatherly advice, we talk all the time. So I definitely appreciate him, man. We did a visit not too long ago to the hospital. And the guy I was telling you about, the guy who got shot in Auburn. He was a police officer.
Yes.
He was a big Bama fan, and Jay took me out there, man. And we had a great time with this man and his family, and that's one thing about it. Like that's stuff that we do behind the scenes and don't nobody really know what's going on. But he's a part of a lot of that stuff, and include my team and stuff. But man, Jay put a lot of stuff together, and he's doing great stuff in the city.
And that's one thing after talking with Jay and getting to know him better. And just, I can understand by bringing Jay in and being that leader that he is, and with his position, what it has to mean to you players to see his leadership. I mean, it just, and I'm not trying to embarrass you at all, Jay, but I mean, it's just, to me, I get it. I understand now why you talk about what you say, because obviously he's a father. He's played team sports, was an excellent quarterback, knows a lot of great people. He's a godly man. And to me, I can't think of a better fit for the Iron.
And I tell you what, man, Jay has done a tremendous job with the support. And with him, being a father, and me being a father at an early age, I get it. It takes a lot of time and a lot of, mental, to step away from your family to, have to do this and have to do that, for we to get some time for him, man. And I know, he done a lot of great stuff for the city. I'm talking about even where I stay at, man, he done built whole communities over there, man. And, that was life before the Iron, so, people don't realize like life's a goals, or life of being that guy. This is a great model right here. So anything he tell me, man, I'm definitely I'm listening to, man. And anything he blessed me and my team with, as far as showing us in the right direction, we definitely flowing the right way.
And I get it very much. So really quick, when you grew up as right there in Homewood, and obviously, did sports help mold you? I mean, obviously family, but being that, obviously you became a quarterback, and that's, what we, a leader, and you accepted that position. So did that help you? And your coaches, obviously, I know who your coach was when you're at Homewood. Who were some of your role models?
Well, I was fortunate to be around a lot of great people in my lifetime. I've been blessed with a great man as my father, who has been.
That's where it starts.
That's where it starts. A leader to me and supportive of me throughout the years. But outside of my immediate household, I had many mentors in the community. As you said, Phil, when it comes to sports, sports made me who I am. Sports made me the team player that I am today. Being and working with others. When it comes to the city of Birmingham and where this city has grown, it took a collective of individuals in leadership to make this city what it is. But to see this city now become a sports city, to see names like Trent Richardson that are now having interactive shows in the restaurant district that we help grow and support
That's
through
right.
government is tremendous. So there are many mentors that's touched me, male figures throughout my career. And I'm just excited to see what's happening here in Birmingham. As Trent mentioned, building things. We're building the Birmingham Iron. And it's going to take the community. It's going to take others on the staff. It's going to take the coaching staff, the players, to build this team, to see what it's going to, the future of this team. And we're building it right now. And to see the enthusiasm of fans supporting 33, supporting the Birmingham Iron team. I see Wes Saxton out there. I see Felton. They call him Turbo out there. We're a family. And one thing about that, we are family. And, I want to make sure that we continue the efforts, not only on the field, but off the field. These young men were out here building a house for a needy family in the community. That's a part of leadership amazing. And development. And to see Trent nailing nails and giving orders to folks like myself.
Hey, what was it like seeing Trent with a hammer in his hand?
It was interesting. I see him hammering, running over linebackers, but to see him, hammer a nail, and he had some tough times with that nail now. That wasn't an easy nail for him to hammer. But
hey, wait a minute. Did he use the old-fashioned hammer, or was he using a nail gun?
I was all old-fashioned. The biceps and the triceps were working. Damn. And Trent was putting some work in. I think that's one of the best workouts he's had in a long time. But
all kidding aside, this is what it's about.
This was all about, and giving back to this community. And Birmingham has been hungry for an opportunity like this, and to see the passion of this community and what it means to support the Birmingham Iron. And people here tonight.
I mean, look at this.
Supporting Trent is tremendous.
Right. Yeah. And also too, and we've talked about this, Trent, is there's a Facebook page for the Birmingham Iron. And you see Facebook pages put out there by the fans.
Yeah.
By the fans. And I've seen them get excited, and I read the posts and the blogs. I'll see them in the rain coming over from Atlanta. I'll see them making trips from wherever. And as you said, Trent, they're tailgating. I saw them, they're playing cornhole. It's just amazing, the excitement.
And that's the thing about it, man. This league was built fast,
Right.
And, the way they put their staff together, man. I was amazed how many, fans has been out there and the tailgating and stuff like that too. But like I said, a lot of people don't realize like that just don't come from us. Like that come from, behind the scenes, and like it takes a lot, to build the Iron. Well, Birmingham got to realize like this is your own child, so it take a village to, to make that, to build the child, and to have that discovery, man. So it's been fun, and having the opportunity to be the one of the first guys to start that, in the community, with Jay, still building. It's been a blessing. It's been beautiful for us.
Well, I got to show this. I've got some of my Iron gear now. I got to show everybody.
You got your swag.
Got a couple of shirts. I got my swag. Got a hat. Hey, all you down in Orange Beach, Daphne, Fairhope, we got some swag. Yes, and hey, let me tell you, I'm telling you, they're getting behind it, and Mississippi, down in South Alabama, they are behind the. Am I right, Trent?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And everybody down at Tacky Jacks, I know you guys are watching, and so we're just excited, Jay. We're just really excited. We are so proud to have you here. Now, before you get away tonight, I'm taking a picture with you and TR. Always got to take a picture with my. So now I'm your new dog. Thanks for being on,
Jay. Appreciate you, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's give it up for Jay Roberson, the head man for the Iron. Trent, I can see why. I mean, the smiles, and you got guys like this. I mean, I can't think of a better leader.
And it's so funny you say that, man, because we got so much in common. His kids are Samoan, and my kids are Samoan. Like, it's so much similarity,
right,
when it comes to being able to relate to them and stuff like that. So it's been an amazing journey, just being able to.
Who's he look like from the side there? He looks sort of like Tiger.
He do kind of look like Tiger Woods, don't he, huh? Man.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, Trent, but he looks a little like Tiger.
He's a good golfer, too, though.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Jay golf, man.
Well, we're going to play some golf with him.
Yeah, be having me looking silly over there.
Well, I know Top Golf. Well, Trent, we can go to Top Golf, yeah.
Anytime.
Hey, look, we're at Sleek's, as Jay mentioned. We're at Sleek Sports Bar right here in 5 Points South, 20th Street South. Give it up one more time for Sleek. And let's also give it up for the staff, for his wife. We are so proud to be here. Also, TR3, give out your website on TR3.
Man, that's TR3 Lions.com, man. So y'all make sure y'all go there.
And it's more than gear.
Yeah, and it's more than gear. We can rate stuff, but we do a lot of mentoring, a lot of speaking engagements, a lot of community stuff, a lot of just being able to show up and give back. That's the whole thing about it. And being able to do that, man, it just makes me much prouder as a leader and and as a dad and as a just as a person, to be able to sit there and smile and be able to get back.
Hey, can I call my little buddy up here?
Man, you can do whatever you want, man.
TJ, get up here. Come on, buddy. Give it up for TJ. Hey, bring your brother. Bring your brother up here. We can't leave him out. Bring your brother, TJ. Because this is a heck of a football player. Come on up here. Here we go. Look at these good-looking guys. Look at these men. Look at the smile. I see where they get their smile from their dad.
Yeah.
So we got some football players here too. Because I remember. Okay, go ahead and introduce them, Trent.
Man, this is TJ. This TJ right here. Tell him your name, T.
TJ.
Trent Jr.
Tell him your whole name.
Trent Richardson.
All right, and look at that big smile.
And who we got here?
Tara.
What's your real name?
Tara.
That's Tyrell.
All right.
This is TJ.
Now
TJ is my
TJ's a
6-year-old.
running back, isn't he?
TJ is an all around. He's
all
an
around.
athlete.
He's the team.
Yeah, TJ does a lot, man. And
TJ, you scored some touchdowns, didn't you? One time, you told me about it down there at Tacky Jacks.
Tell them how many touchdowns you scored one game.
4.
4 touchdowns. 4. Got a question, TJ. Who's your favorite running back? All right. You know what I was waiting for him to say? I was waiting for him to say Mark Ingram or.
I said no Mark Ingram. He got to go home. But it's amazing, man.
This is what it's about right here.
This is definitely, when I talk about my family and my kids, I want people to realize like it is hard work, in and out, of football.
That's
but
right.
When you come home and you can, dad, being a dad never turns off. Like I was always a great dad before I was a football player, and so people don't realize like it's a natural thing when it comes to being able to, taking care of somebody else, man, and treating them with greatness as kings and queens as my little girls are.
Well, they're not getting out of this. You're next.
They're definitely not.
You guys are. I see the smiles over there.
And so TJ is 6. He just
he's 6, and
Tor is 3.
3. You gonna play football too? You gonna play for Alabama and the Birmingham Iron? Huh? You're not gonna wear any. I think Sleek wears a little orange and blue, doesn't he?
It's okay. We're not gonna wear that. That's all right. We're gonna go to Alabama.
Yeah, Crimson Tide, Roll Tide, Roll Tide.
Man, I was sitting there telling you a time, man, when my son was sitting there telling my oldest son, I was asking him, he was like, Dad, I got to play football. I was like, well, son, you don't have to play football. For me, it was hard to name him after me because I didn't want him ever to have to think he had to really live up to what I've done.
Right.
But he was like, Dad, I got to play football. I was like, why you say that? And what he told me was amazing. And it almost had me crying. He was like, well, Dad, you can't work your whole life. Somebody got to take care of the family. And for him to say that, man,
that's
he
amazing.
Was 5 at the time. Like for him to say that, man, it just showed me that. Like,
but you know what that shows me, Trent? About his father.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
And so, boys, we thank you for being here. I love you guys, and I always love being around you. Ladies, come on up here. Come on, ladies. Give it up for the 2 young men.
Gonna take my phone. Can I get my phone?
All right. Now comes the beauty.
Uh-oh. Come on over here.
Come on over here, ladies. Come on in. Hey, Amber, get up here. Get up here. Come on, nephew. I want to see the whole FAMU. FAMU. Family. Get over here. This is the rest. And Mama. Come on. This is what it's all about. Come on.
Mama up here next.
Okay, we'll get her up here next. Good. All right, so introduce everyone, Trent.
Man, this is my oldest daughter. It's my baby. This is my baby. It's like one of my best friends right here. This is Talia. Richardson.
Okay.
Tell him how old
How
you
old you are?
12.
12. So when this little cute girl, when I was
Uh-huh.
running around in
Uh-huh.
college,
Right.
and she's dogging on a teenager now. So we got, different
Okay.
stuff we got to worry about now.
They grow up, Trent.
And this is, people say this is my twin. Don't tell her that because she might think she's somebody now. But this is Elavir.
How old are you?
Richardson.
I'm 10.
You're 10.
Can you have
Whoa.
see?
Hey, wait a minute.
Listen, she did the same thing the night I got drafted. We were sitting there waiting in the green room. So we wouldn't let her eat because we didn't want to get on her dress, right?
She wasn't worried about the draft. She was worried about the food.
First, when they called my name and I gave her a hug and kiss, she like, Dad, can I eat now?
You're thinking, wait a minute, I just got drafted.
Really?
Do you even remember what number he got picked in the first round? Pretty high. Oh, I put her on the spot.
And this is my family all day. We goofy.
That's great.
We get to be ourselves. And one thing, when you have a family, you got to worry about, what people say to them at school, or how they,
Right.
feeling. Especially when you're dealing with young ladies. You when you're a man, you got to be, more sympathetic.
Sure you do. Yeah.
And be more cautious about what you say, how you present yourself, and how you treat them.
I'm waiting for what happens when they're old enough to date and you're waiting at the front door and that young man comes to the door.
We're not gonna date until after we get married, so we not.
Wait a minute. Let me figure that one out. We're not going to date until after we get married. Whoa. Okay, then right next to your daughter, we have this beautiful, lovely lady.
Beautiful fiance, Amber.
I'm good. How are you?
Good, you look nice. Good.
Hey, what's on that finger? I said, don't do that, Phil. Now you're in the banking industry.
I am a bank examiner for the
Bank-
federal government.
For the federal. Oh, whoa. Whoa.
No, I'm just playing.
I know. But you know what? And one thing I love about you and got to know you down in Orange Beach is that you're another role model.
I try my best.
And I can tell you are. You're a wonderful lady.
Thank you, Phil. You know you family.
I am family. I'm his dog and your family.
Right.
I love when he laughs. Who's this? Now, this one here thinks he can take you on right here. I love it. I've seen him down there.
I don't get it. He can take me on now. My nephew, he's 16.
Right.
He's standing 6'4". He's still going. I think his dad was like 6'7". His mom like 6'3" herself. So being able to, just be a role model.
Yes.
Share with him,
He's a great young man.
it's big because when you're dealing with an older kid,
Mm-hmm.
some kids don't listen.
Right.
But I can tell him one thing, man. He's gonna do it, and he's gonna make sure he does it right, and he's not gonna complain about anything.
Well, you know what? I've never heard him talk much. I mean, so he's not going to complain. I know he was laying down, walk in the condo there, and there he was, playing on a game or something. Probably. So you play basketball, right?
Yeah.
You play football too?
Yes, sir.
Receiver?
Yes, sir. And linebacker.
I'm going to say linebacker.
Yes, sir.
He plays everything. You know what? We got next Calvin Johnson right here. Megatron. Well, I can imagine your wingspan. I mean, you're going to be a good one.
Yes,
So
sir.
where do you go to high school?
It's gonna be a high school.
Same high school that Trent went to.
Yes, sir.
Now, do you hear this name when you're not? You've had Emmett Smith, Trent Richardson.
I lied in the weight room.
Is his picture up in the hallway somewhere?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's in the weight room a lot.
Yeah.
This guy is a beast in the weight room, isn't he?
He got a couple records in there.
He's got a little records going.
Got my records.
You still got your records.
Still got the records. Well, Trent, let's give it up for Trent's family. We love them. Glad you're here. This is what it's about. We got one more quick one before we get our next one. Mama, you're not getting out of it. You got to get up here.
It might take her a minute, but she gonna make it.
You're going to make it?
Come on.
Hey, my sister's watching down in Orange Beach, and she loves you, and my brother.
And it's things like this, man, is amazing because win, lose, or draw, like you said, them smiles. I get to see that and coming out the gate, going into the game,
and that really motivates you.
Yeah, and they're right there, and before I walk out that tunnel, I get to hug and kiss on my family, man. And when I walk out,
wonderful.
They right there, man. I get to high five them and all this other stuff.
Well, I tell you, love this lady right here. Go ahead and introduce her, Trent.
Man, this is the myth, the legend, the queen, my mama, Katrina Richardson, man.
Give it up for this is the matriarch right here.
I'm trying not to tear up when I talk about my mom.
Right.
But man, this lady here is being the backbone, the rib, of everything that the Richardson family is about. I can remember at one time she was working about 3 jobs, doing house sitting, working in restaurants, picking up little side jobs to make sure that we had, and we didn't have a father figure around. And
Right.
my father figures was my brothers.
Oh, I know some of those stories.
Exactly.
We'll get into that one day.
And man, and just to have a woman like that, man.
Yeah, and you know what? That's hard to find, Trent. I mean, just the values, the work ethic, raising the family that she's raised, from her kids to the grandkids, and I get it. I understand.
And she does have adopted and got custody of my cousins, and
It just doesn't stop there. I mean,
we used to be 11 kids in the house at one time in a 2-bedroom house, sleeping on top of each other. And that's how we.
But they're still smiling.
Man, we all smiling. We all
listen to this story. Listen, because when you think it's tough, you got a family like this that just continues to be close knit, smile, sticks together. Is that a good way to say it, Trent?
Yeah, man. Between me and my brothers, I call them all brothers. Because we was raised together, and someone was around before I was around.
Even when you gave him a shot in the face, and we'll get into that one day. And I finally got to meet him.
Yeah,
he was on his way out the night down there, and he didn't make it, but he had stopped as a friends. But I wanted to hear the story on his side.
But it's so crazy because meals. Clothes for school. She would buy everybody clothes for school. She would get the meals. She would make sure we had everything we needed.
And now you're giving back to Miss Richardson.
And she ain't never got to work a day in her life now, man. And it's beautiful, man.
And Trent, is this fair to say that you don't feel like, because this is your mother and what she's done, it's hard to even be able to even imagine that you can, even as much as you've done, because I know you've done a lot, but it's like it's never ending. It's like I just can't give enough because this is my mother and what she's done for us.
And it's funny you say that, man, because a lot of people be like, you got to say no to people. But to this lady here, man, and to my grandma,
Trent, don't you ever?
I
This
can
is your
never,
mother.
and because I can never repay her back for what she have done.
That's what I was looking for. Thank you for the
family,
words,
man. And, just the whole family. Like I can never repay her, man. Mom, if you want to say a couple things, Mom.
Yeah,
just
please do. And we're sorry to get you so emotional, but we just think the world of you, and I can see, I've met some of your kids. Of course, I love your son.
Okay, I'm proud of him playing again, and I'm proud of him playing back with Alabama because that's his little heart at. But I'm glad.
Did you become an Alabama fan?
Oh yeah. I didn't even know he was gonna play. I kind of got mad at him, and then
where did you want him to go?
Alabama.
Good. Is that the reason we got Trent?
It was between Alabama and LSU, but I had already made my mind up. Alabama, once we came up here, they were being nice.
Thank you for that. And I know all the Alabama fans thank you for that. Because we've had a lot of fun watching Trent when he, number 3, ran for Alabama.
Okay.
But I always give him a hard time. There was a game against Auburn where I've never seen this man drop a ball.
Oh. Yeah,
He's sure hands.
It was kind of upset.
Were you looking for the end zone on that one?
Yeah, I was already celebrating. And I dropped the ball trying to celebrate.
That was just one of those days because remember Mark's ball went straight through the end zone.
Man, you know what? That year was meant for Auburn. Year, especially what Cam was going through.
Yeah, look who you guys played against. That's a heck of an athlete too, Cam.
Yeah, he's a hell of an athlete, man.
And I don't think people realize that what he went through. And I didn't mean to get off this, but I just want to say this because this is what our show's about.
Mm-hmm.
Cam's a good person.
Yeah.
And what he had to go through and fans
and at that age, that's a lot to take on.
And fans forget that you're a college student. You're still a student. And he's a young man and he has feelings and he has to hear this stuff.
And we're human.
We're human.
They don't get that part.
And like these fans that chastise her like they've never done anything. Yeah.
And one thing about my mom, right?
Yeah.
It's funny, she's talking about some Alabama was her first choice. But, we went to LSU.
Right.
And my brother was playing at Lafayette.
That's right.
And so, she was coming back, from the visit. Oh, we're going to be a Tiger. We're going to, this and that, LSU. I was like, Mom, this is going to be the next 3 to 4 years for me. Let me pick. I'm just saying. So we took the trip to Alabama. We take a trip to Alabama, and this lady here, a
Uh-huh.
whole bunch of fans ran up to me, and they knew who I was.
Right.
And she's ready to fight. She got a fist up. She got a set up, ready to, And she's just like, hold on, leave my baby alone. This and that. And so they're like, no, Miss Richardson, we know who your son is. We want to, invite him to some barbecue. We want to get his autograph, take some pictures. She's like, you want my baby autograph? What you want with his autograph? What you done did, boy? And it's stuff like that.
Well, you're her son, her baby.
Yeah.
No matter how old you are,
and I'm
Trent,
the baby boy.
That's right.
And so
That's
when
right.
she say baby, I'm literally her baby.
He's always going to be your baby, isn't he?
But she treat everybody like that, man. Even like on that trip, DJ Fluker had a fallout with some fans or something. Somebody said something to DJ.
And this isn't a little man either.
He's not a little man, but DJ was, he was kind of, he's kind of tearing up because DJ's a big teddy bear.
Right.
And guess who's over there hugging him and holding him?
Mrs.
Trent
Richardson
Richardson over there just holding him like he's a baby. And I'm sitting there, Mom, why are you holding this big old man?
6'7", 325. What, size 22 shoe?
22 and a half.
22 and a half.
Giant.
Well, Miss Richardson, I'm so glad you're here. I'm glad we got to meet the family. Let's give it up for the Richardson family. Thank you. And thank you for what you do. Thank you for the family you raised. And thank you for this young man right here. I thank the world of him.
Thank you, Mama.
Thank you. Well, Trent, we got to meet your family tonight to let all the viewers see them, see what you're made of and what you're about. Trent, do we have another guest tonight?
Yeah, man. We got.
Is he hiding over there?
We got Mr. Felton in the house, man, aka Mr.
Let's
Turbo.
give it up.
One of the best receivers out here in the league. And we're definitely blessed to have Mr. Turbo, man.
Well, let's bring them both on really quick here. We're getting low on time.
We can get Wes up here, man.
Come on here.
Get Wes, get everybody.
Hey, we're going to have two here. Come on around here, Trent.
Man, Mr. West from Birmingham, too, man. People don't know.
That's okay.
We call him Juice.
Deuce.
Juice.
Oh, Juice. I was going to say, he's not the same Deuce we knew. He's bigger than the other Deuce. So, Juice, did you run through airports?
So what now?
You run through airports?
Oh, no, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
It's amazing, man, because Juice went through something that a lot of people can't take on. Juice got what was it last week of camp? Juice got cut when they let him go, and now he's out there and he done came back. I think it was week 3, and right off the bat he catch a long bomb, and he's like for sure hands, and guy his size running a 4.5, right, Juice?
Let me tell you,
4.5.
I couldn't even crawl a 5.6. I mean, this is unreal. I mean, this is a great story here.
Yeah, and now you're like, Juice is one of them guys that we can't play without. Like he's got to be on our team, or he got to be around us all the time because, and he's one of the best blockers that we have, man. And
we talked about that, what it's about in the blocking, and then so where did you play your ball growing up here? Where before you got to the Iron?
I graduated from Hueytown High School.
Hueytown. So as you said, local
Yes,
Hueytown.
Yes, sir.
And college ball.
I went to South Alabama.
University. Oh, you're a Jaguar.
Yes, sir.
Let me tell you, have you seen that new facility they're going to build?
I haven't. I got to get down there and check it out.
Now you play for Joey Jones.
Yes, sir. I
And
did.
now they've got Coach Campbell, who's there now. Right.
I haven't
Right.
got a chance to meet him, but
Good guy. He coached at Delta State, won a national title, also too at Gulf Coast there, Mississippi. He's from Pensacola.
Okay.
State
I
high
played
school.
ball too, so I
Yeah,
know Gulf
but they're
Coast.
doing wonders down there. You play for a great program down there, Joey Jones, another Alabama.
Most definitely.
But what a great story, and this is what this is about. This is what the second chances.
Right.
So you get cut. What was going through you when you came back? What were your thoughts?
Was trying to thinking, what can I do to get on another team? I guess
You weren't through.
Right? No, most definitely not. You always grinding, just in case you get that call. So you always want to be prepared, regardless.
All right. So show them how to do it, Trent.
Oh, my bad.
All right. No, that's okay. So now here you're back with the Iron.
Yes, sir.
And I mean, this league, what does it mean to you?
It's a lot because it's giving me another opportunity to play ball and showcase my skills. So I think it's a big opportunity for all of us.
Okay, and we're going to get back to Juice because we love these stories. But go ahead and introduce your next guest here, Trent.
Man, Mr. Felton, man, Mr. Turbo, man, and he might be the shortest dude in the league.
But he can turn it on, can't he?
But he got like some of the
Afterburners?
best hands in the league too.
Hey, the Road Runner. Hey,
yeah.
I got a new name for it, the Road Runner.
The road meet. That's what they used to call me. Look. Hey, we
All
won't
right.
stick with Turbo. A lot of people don't know where Turbo came from. They just think it's speed, but we call him Turbo because he like the little snail off the movie, the little cartoon.
Oh,
movie,
yes,
Turbo.
yes.
Man, and that's what it's all about, man. Being
it
able
is.
to be able to laugh and just to be ourselves.
Well,
man.
and to be, as we talked about with Jay, you're more than just a team. You guys are family.
Yeah.
You guys are brothers.
Yeah. And one thing about it, man, and it's like that around, from hearing from different guys, it's like that around the whole league. When you say the alliance, man, it means a lot to us, man. And Turbo, man, you went out first game and made some big plays. And we kind of see why they call you Turbo, man. You turned them jets on. I know you got behind a couple, receivers that couldn't see you when you did your crossing route, your shallow route, but you made it happen, though, man. What was your mindset, going into the game and saying, just growing up, when you're growing up, you're small, you're not the biggest guy on the field, because I dealt with that for a long time too. I just started growing in high school. And so I dealt with that too. My brothers are 6'6" and one of them 6'4". And so like me being a runner of the family, man, like I know like how hard that was growing up.
No, it was very hard actually, but to be honest with you, every game it's whoever is in front of me, I beat, no matter how big he is, how fast he is, what he look like, stuff like that. My size, I'm blessed to be honest with you. Like I have speed, like I'm blessed with this size to be honest. But I should go out there and whoever's in front of me, I dominate. Well, that's my mindset going to every game. That's my mindset going to every play. To be honest with you, whoever's in front of me, I dominate.
So Turbo.
Yes,
I love that Turbo. By the way, Trent, these two are eyeing your wings.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of peeping those, but
so what I want to know is, to me, I don't even think about size when I think of you because you turn it on. I mean, you get out there. I know there's some big players out there, but when I watch you, it's like you don't even think about that. You just go, give me the ball. I mean, is that a correct statement?
That is my mindset. And I'm telling you, every play, that's my mindset. Like, let me dominate who's ever in front of me, and the ball come to me.